Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Hope everyone is well. My name is Fabrice from the Amateur Football social media platforms, and today we're on YouTube. So thank you for everyone that's tuning in. Guys, look, listen. Oh, I'm going to the other side. Listen. The only blue shirt I'll wear. I don't wear Chelsea. This is like the only shirt that I'll wear. Wimbledon Town. Let me just say that straight off. So, again, before I show you the guests that are on, I have a quick video clip, and then from there we'll go straight into it.
Team, together everyone achieves more. We have to be working together. We have to have the same end goal. And if we're not going the same way, okay, people are going to be moving other ways and we can't get to the final destination. So if we all go the same direction, okay, then hopefully we can achieve what we want to achieve. Don't be scared to recycle. Don't be scared to slow the tempo of the game. We need to look after the ball. So don't be scared. If you're running forward, cool, the counter's on. But if you see they've got 3 men, it doesn't make sense. The counter only makes sense when we've got more people than them.
Guys, I have the gaffer, Juan, and I have the captain, Jordan, with me today live. How are you guys doing?
Not too bad, thanks.
Good,
Juan,
good, thank you.
you good? Actually, before we begin, let's kind of quickly talk about this Arsenal United game. Juan, what did you think about the game?
Trash. Trash. I'm vexed, man. I'm vexed. It's ruined my day. I don't even want to eat. And that's rare.
Wow. And then Jordan, as a fellow Liverpool fan, I mean, how do you think our season's going thus far?
Tough. It's a tough one. I don't know how we ain't signed a centre back yet.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, but
it's crazy. But do you know what? With all the issues at injuries, they are still playing good football. They're still going.
Yeah.
That's good coaching. That's what you call good coaching.
Yep.
Regardless of who's there, you still playing the same way, the same style.
Yep.
That's what good coaching does.
Yeah, 100%. So, guys, thank you for the people who have already chimed in. We have Mark that's is already taking the mick out of me. Is that a substitute shirt? Juan hasn't played me this season. Juan, why haven't you played me?
You haven't been available, but you have played. Remember when you came off, and then what happened after that?
Oh well, yeah. Oh, come on, later. Okay, you know what? Let's not talk about that game. So again, guys, thank you for tuning in. Any kind of questions, please fire it to the guys, and again, we will literally try and answer. So you know what? Let's go straight into it. Juan, the gaffer, can you just kind of talk us through your Wimbledon Town career from the start all the way up to now?
Oh, I think this might be my 4th year. I think it's my 4th year, I believe. So I basically just joined because obviously I know Blake and Dennis from uni. And at the time I was actually coaching like young under 16s football. And I just wanted to get back into the football. I think I spent too many years doing that and not actually doing football myself. So I said I want to join a team. So I reached out because I saw on social media that they played for a team, and they recommended it. So I came, I joined. My first season, I think we came second in the league. We had a cup final. Then the year after that, we had another cup final actually, but we didn't do too well. And then the year after that, which was not this season, but last season, to be fair, we had a nightmare. I struggled with a few injuries. And yeah, we had a nightmare. We got relegated. And then obviously onto this season, I was made the gaffer. Last season I was captain. This season I was made the gaffer. And yeah, and obviously here we are. Unfortunately, lockdown has sort of slowed us down. Or hasn't allowed us to gain any momentum, but here we are.
Cool. And Jordan, the same question to you. Your Wimbledon career from start to right now.
Yeah, it's also my fourth year. I think I came at the same time as one. We played the first pre-season friendly together. Um, I started with the A's, and then after a season, I joined the Bs. Um, one's right, we had a really bad season, got relegated. And then after that, we've just gone into this league, which is stopped because of COVID, and just trying to gain momentum. It was starting to gain momentum at the time. But yeah, I started that same time as one. I was actually playing against Wimbledon Town a few seasons before that with another team, and I just realised the family feel, how it was run. It was run brilliant, top to bottom, and I could tell that it was a club that I wanted to join and play for and put my commitment into.
Cool. And you know what, Jordan, I'm gonna stick with you. So with like you being club captain, how important is the relationship between captain and like manager, and can it also relay any kind of information to the players?
Responsibility. Just taking that responsibility from one when he does give me instructions, taking that mental note, preparing well for the game. Um, for me, it's all about respect as well. If one is telling me something, respect the coach, play his way, try and play his way.
Cool. And like Juan, I mean, let's again, it's hard to say. I don't know how it kind of been like for you, but I mean, has it been a kind of baptism of fire becoming from like being a player and now player manager? I mean, how has that transition been for you?
I think it's been tough because if we actually look at the backstory, so obviously last season we had a bad season, we got relegated. The feel around the team, everyone was dejected, and it was really about picking everyone back up, and that was the biggest. I think that's been the biggest challenge, just picking everyone back up, to obviously enjoy football because that's most important, but obviously to start performing as well. And it's been difficult. If I'm honest, it has been difficult because that can take time sometimes. I think people naturally they hold on to the bad feeling. The good feelings they just get over. Oh yeah, that was a good game. But when we play bad, we just hold on to it. So obviously it's been hard to sort of turn that around. But I mean, I do feel like we were kind of gaining momentum. The games we did lose, we didn't lose by much. We lose by one goal. I think all of the games we lost by one goal, which was annoying. And also, we actually haven't played anyone in the lower half of the league. So the bottom half of the league. So obviously, if it was to half the league, the bottom half, we haven't really played anyone there. We've played everyone around the top, and we've kind of held our own. To be fair, it's just obviously unfortunate we've been losing by one goal, one odd goal. Obviously, there's reasons for that, but I don't think we've been allowed to or we haven't gained the momentum we wanted to. But I mean, it has been tough, if I'm honest. I think it's tough picking everyone up after such a bad season. Also, the transition from we're friends. So obviously, as a captain, we're just I'm on the pitch. I'm a leader on the pitch, but it's different to being the manager. And obviously, being friends with people and sometimes making difficult decisions or uncomfortable decisions is tough. So that's definitely tough for me because I do, I do like to make people happy. I do like to be loyal to friends, but when it comes to this position now, you have to be cutthroat.
Yeah, and something that I've noticed, especially in the change room, I'd say, I think Jordan, like literally is like almost, well, for me personally, like a calming influence. So you can tell, Jordan knows, and like he knows people's characters, and like he like knows how to pull like someone aside and say, and like literally talk to them. I mean, like Jordan's spoken to me on numerous occasions, and at like halftime, and even at full time, Juan, with your words, you are very direct, but you're very sincere. And what I noticed, especially against the London Ravens game, rather than picking people out, you kind of first of all took the responsibility on yourself and said, look, I didn't play well. I didn't make the right decisions. And the moment you personally did that, you could see everyone's attention just changed, because then they were really focused in terms of what you was going to say next. that was
I
really,
think
really.
that's important though. You need to take accountability because the players need to know and trust that you're not going to be one of those people that just blames everyone else apart from themselves.
Mm,
As a teacher, that's one thing that obviously I see that kids respect as well. Kids respect, and obviously we're still humans, so humans respect people that are honest. And once you're honest, that you get their respect and they'll listen to you more. So obviously, once you do that, it kind of shows. All right, he says that he's done bad, so it's okay for me to say, I put my hands up and I've done bad, and that's a big part. I think you have to definitely show accountability because then that sets a tone. Then everyone else will start saying, you know what, I did bad as well, and then everyone's gonna start having honest conversations about themselves. Because if I
mm.
start making excuses and start saying, oh, it's this everyone else's fault, then the players are going to do the same. And then nothing's really going to get fixed because at the end of the day, we're in control of a lot of things. And obviously, if you don't take accountability, then you never fix it.
Yeah, true. And like Jordan, I mean, again, like in terms of your kind of words to kind of different players, I mean, you are kind of always scoping out people's emotions, and is that something that was kind of is that as I'm saying, like is that just a responsibility that you just take as a person?
It's just natural, to be honest. I'm an honest person as well. If I see something that I feel like we can make better, or I can get into somebody's head to bring the confidence up, I feel like I should be able to say that to you as friends, as teammates, and as the leader of the team and the one who wants to take responsibility. I'm the same as one when it comes to a mistake. If I've made a mistake, I own up to it straight away.
Yeah, cool.
And just to actually add to that, I think Jordan's definitely the calming influence, and he's a bit of a yin and a yang. I'd say I'm very passionate and sometimes a bit of a hothead. And Jordan is the opposite. He's very calm, and to be fair, it's definitely what you need from a captain. He reads the room well. That's one thing you can say. He reads the room well, and he knows when to be calm, when to have a word, when to be a bit more fiery. And I'd say that's really good about Jordan. So he's obviously the manager on pitch, more or less, when I'm not playing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, you know what? But I think with like you one, I kind of look at you, almost like a kind of Roy Keane type of manager, where it's like, well, if I can do it, and like if I'm running, then why are you running? Literally, I
absolutely.
So I'm saying, so literally, as a kind of manager, like if you're playing, and if like you've run past a midfielder, and like you are so close to like a striker, you are looking at your midfielder and think, why am I running past you? Like hard work is just the basics, and literally, if you're not prepared to actually do that, I will tell you about yourself.
Yeah, it's not always a good thing, though. That's the only problem. Because at the end of the day, we're human and everyone's different. Everyone takes things differently, so it isn't always a good thing. Because I mean, that's one thing I probably, again, another baptism. I've done a lot of coaching at academy level, that kind of age group. In terms of men's, I thought that I could be more, just straightforward and frank with people. But I've actually learned that, people are different, and some people are sensitive. So you have to sort of work with that and obviously learn people's emotions and learn how to deal with them.
Yeah. No, cool. Thank you for everyone that's tuning in. Thank you for all of the comments. Mark has put in very humble. Thank you very much. I don't know what Juan and Jordan think about me being humble, but you know what, Mark, I will take that.
He's probably talking about Jordan.
Snooze fest. Okay, yeah, fair enough, Mark. Thank you very much. But great stuff. Let's kind of go to the next point. So I think Juan's mentioned the season thus far. I mean, Jordan, as like captain, I mean, again, Juan's touched upon, like the team being relegated. That's kind of something that I think if the season was longer, I don't think we actually would be in League Two. But you know what? We are where we are. But in like your opinion, how well do you think we've done thus far?
So to begin with, I think the coaching has helped. We have become a lot more confident on the ball. That has helped us tremendously to try and move the ball better during games. So to start with the season with the coaching, that has really helped. We lost games. We lost games by 1 goal, and it made it. We could see where we're going. We had the fight in us again. And just as we started to pick up momentum, start winning games again, we've gone into it. So I think we were building momentum. We're getting there. I definitely think we're getting there.
Mm-hmm. And like Juan, I mean, is there something that you want to elaborate in terms of what the like season so far?
Yeah, so I've definitely seen improvements, but at the end of the day, results speak for themselves, and we haven't won enough games. I mean, if you looked at the league table, we're towards the bottom end of the league. But if you actually look at who we've played, like I said, we haven't played. I'd say 4 of the 5 teams that are in the bottom half, where I definitely believe we can pick up points. Now, the annoying thing has been there's been inconsistencies. If you look at the results again, one of probably the biggest surprises is, and I know you obviously want to talk about later, was us beating the top team, Putney Pacers. We beat them 6-0 convincingly. Great performance. Yeah, so it was a great performance, and then the next week we didn't sort of build on that. And there's so many factors. At the end of the day, obviously, it's not professional. It's only Sunday league. But, you need a bit of consistency. Sometimes there isn't consistency in selection. There isn't consistency in availability. With the back 4, it's kind of, I don't think we've played a consistent back 4 once. I think we've changed every single game, the back 4, which obviously doesn't help. We've had issues with the keeper. So our main keeper, couldn't make it for like the last 4 or 5 games. And we had someone who's not normally a keeper playing in goal, although he was excellent. Obviously, it's not his natural position. So that's been an issue. But I have seen progress, and that's the most important thing. I see us, again, before, we would never play it on the ground. We would be playing long ball all day long. Okay, now we're trying to be a bit more comfortable on the floor, and that takes time. It takes mistakes as well. You have to make mistakes to learn from them. And again, like I said, performances, we've only lost by, I don't think in any of the games we've lost by more than 1. I don't think we've lost by more than 1. So, I mean, that says a lot. So we're obviously we're obviously giving people a good game. We're obviously just not capitalizing on certain chances, and we're giving away silly goals. But one thing I definitely saw is that we have the fight back in us. We've come back from a few of those games. We've come back. One of our last games, we were 3-0 down. We came back 3-3, and it just showed that we've definitely got the fight in us. And yeah, that's been it really. I'm really hating Corona right now because we could be playing every week, and I reckon we definitely would have started picking up more points when we started playing some of the other teams, which would have then led to more confidence. So for when we played obviously the teams that are higher up, and then obviously once we're more confident, we can take that into those games. So that's just been the disappointing part. But I've definitely seen us going in the right direction. Definitely playing, I'd say, a different kind of football. Also, the recruitment that Dawn made, who's obviously runs the club, some of the recruitment she made has been amazing. So we've got some really good players in, and they've made a difference. And I think just the attitude, all around attitude has been different. It's been much more positive. I think before, obviously, when things weren't going well last season, we were just getting on each other's back constantly. I'd say we're a bit more, we can have conversations now. Instead of digging people out, you have, honest conversations. And that's why early on I wanted to sort of build that platform or build that atmosphere that we can just talk about things. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with saying you made a mistake. That's fine. Okay. What we don't want to do is start blaming each other, because obviously that's when it gets sour. But I think we've done not as good as we wanted to. And that's being honest. Disappointing at times. Inconsistent. Okay. But I've definitely seen progress. And that's the important part.
Yeah, 100%. And I just want to say, live on camera, I think man for man, we have the best team in the league. I think with with the gelling of the team, exactly what you said before, the kind of, you know, consistency, especially at the back. And hey, like I kind of put my hands 100%. But you know, if you kind of look throughout the whole team, like we've got quality in every single position. And yeah, you know, it's a bit of confidence. You know, I think certain things, especially at the back end of last season, kind of seeped into this season. But you know, exactly what Jordan said. But like training's been spot on, like the drills, the repetition, the aggression, the like energy. You know, now like we are now taking that into games now, and you know, it's kind of showing 100%. It's definitely showing. Let's get some comments. So Mark has come in and said, to be fair, it's all three of you. I think he's probably saying that we're all very, very humble. So again, Mark, thank you very much. VXMP, I dunked on him on that 6-0. I think he's talking about putting paces.
No,
yes, go on.
Class, to be fair, he did. He
did. It was 2 class goals as well.
Prime Berbatov, to be fair.
But you know what? I was gonna say Berbatov. You know, like he looks lazy, but like literally when he's like alive, he's something else. So and kind of, you know, also as well, you know, like a great artist as well. You know, I might have to get him on the show actually. Anyway, let's kind of go on to the like next bullet. And again, Juan, you kind of mentioned it briefly about the recruitment and the characters. But I'm going to let Jordan start this off. Again, we have different types of characters within the team. I mean, what changes have like you seen, and without, of course, pulling out certain names and, you know, kind of saying like these some guys are stars, but, you know, give me a name who like you think's probably changed the dynamic of the team.
For me, number 1, Nathan. I think his character, he can be. One's laughing. I definitely think Nathan. Yeah, I hope he's on there, by the way, so you know that.
To say,
Nathan.
You know he loves that, Rana. He loves that. Got to be though. It's got to be. His character just rubs off on everyone. When he's in a good mood, everyone's in a good mood. When he's pissed off, everyone knows it.
Because he don't run when he's pissed off.
He doesn't run.
No, I think he doesn't run when he's happy. So.
No, I'm joking. He does put in shit, to be fair.
Yeah.
And he loves the tackle. From someone that plays so, you know, at the top end of the pitch, he loves the tackle, which is excellent, to be fair.
Yeah. And one, like, same question to you.
I would say, personally, for me, Sam. Now the reason for that is because although he's a striker, that guy works his socks off, honestly, and he sets the tone. You see him working so hard, pressing from the front, and it sets the tone. So he just got a positive attitude. He's just always so positive, and just, you know, he's always just willing to work, you know, and that's definitely rubbed off on the team, I think, because if you see that your striker, who by the way is a quality player,
quality,
man, quality.
He's willing to play,
man.
Anyway, he'll play left, right, up front, and he'll work his socks off. And I think again, he played out wide in that 6-0 against the top team, and he was quality.
Yeah, I mean, again, Nathan, Sam, I would say Gappy as well. I think, you know, tenacious.
Gappy, when he played,
Gappy is a good one.
You know, he's just kind of like, you know, willing to kind of like put his body on the line, and, you know, again, he's a great talker as well. You know, you know, I'm saying, like, you know, is a very positive influence. Again, you know, we can literally Jack, you know, again, like we've got
Jack in midfield, outrageous.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we've got winners, you know, throughout the whole team. And
Louis, think about Louis now, who's obviously come in the last couple of games.
Yeah.
He works his socks off as well. He's a hard worker.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, and I want to give Blake a shout out as well because because again, Blake is like, I won't call him like the class clown, but he's the person that literally gets everyone going, and
Yeah.
you can have a laugh with, and like
No,
how
especially the
important,
changes.
yeah, especially in the change room,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
important is it to have that type of character within the squad?
Super important.
Yeah.
That's why even like last season, I think towards the back end of last season, where we started to pick up some results, which is why, like you said, that if the season last season didn't get cut off, I reckon we would have definitely not get relegated because we would have picked up some points. I asked Dawn if we could buy a speaker. So obviously we got a speaker that we play music quite loudly in the change room before a game, and that gets us going. That gets the vibe going. That gets the atmosphere going. Everyone starts having a laugh, and it's just
Yeah.
the best way to go into a match. It sort of everyone just sort of loosens up instead of getting nervous. And again, it's Sunday league, but we all love football. We all do it to win. We don't just do it for just to kick for football. If you want that, you just go to the park. We join the team because we want to win. So at the end of the day, we take it seriously, and that definitely helps. It just loosens everyone up, and it just sort of gives us a good vibe. Because sometimes I see people walk into the change room dancing, and again, how can you not think that's a positive?
True. And actually, Jordan, I mean, what's your routine on a kind of Sunday? Like the moment you kind of get to like the location, like just kind of talk us through your like mindset and literally what you're thinking about.
The game mostly. Thinking about the good touches, thinking about what mistakes I can't make, that sort of thing. Just mental preparation. I listen to music on my headphones, so I can actually hear Blake's music usually blazing, but I've got my music on my headphones as well. And I'm just looking at everyone's vibe. I'm looking at who's on it. I'm trying to pick out who's may need a little speak at the beginning of the game or someone who made a little chat. I'm just looking around, feeling the vibes, and then I'm just getting ready, mentally prepared.
Yeah, no, fair enough. And actually, for like everyone out there that's listening. So Jordan plays centre back. So actually, I would call him like the Rio Ferdinand stroke Raheem Sterling, because when he gets the ball, he just bursts. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got a speed just to kind of get like past that attacker. And again, Jordan breaks the lines, and Jordan starts off a lot of our really, really good attacks. And Juan plays as a dynamic midfielder, up and down, left, right, left-footed, right-footed, tackles, headers, screens.
No right foot, unfortunately. Well, I try, but that's why I perfected the outside of my leg, which is basically like a right.
But again, when let me just repeat, when we are on song, we are unbeatable. We have a few bullet points, so literally I don't want to kind of talk too much, but again, guys, if you can want to check Wimbledon Town out, please go and check out us on Instagram, and let me put the ticket right at the bottom. So we're on Instagram and we're on Twitter, so please go and check us out.
I don't know if you're going to talk about, but I think you kind of touched on it earlier, which I didn't really add my 2 pence to. But in terms of how the club is run, I think that is what made me stay at this club. So obviously I was intrigued because I had friends here, and then once I got here, this is what made me stay, because I don't think there's not many, I'd say, Sunday league clubs at this level that are run the way it's Wimbledon Town's run. First of all, it's a family club, and secondly, it's just so organized. How many teams you go to that your kit is nicely folded in a bag with a chocolate in it? Your name is written on the bag. Okay, and some people might think, oh, you guys are just like divas, but no, we don't do it. I think Dawn does that out of the kindness of her heart, just to make our life easier. And how can you not like that? How can you not like that? I mean, like I said, I appreciate people that are organized. I appreciate organization. So therefore, when it's so well organized, I definitely said, no, I have to stay here. And again, probably the biggest thing is the loyalty. At the end of the day, the people at the top show us loyalty. So we have to show them loyalty. That's how I see it. That's the kind of person I am. So definitely just had to touch on that because I think it's sort of, we know it, but I think people don't realize it. Okay, some people might hear certain things, but they don't realize just how well organized this club is and how well run it is. You know, and we can only thank the people, obviously, that are in charge, like Dawn, Claire, Ian. They're just excellent at what they do. To be fair, they make our lives easy.
Yeah, 100%. And like Jordan, is there anything that you want to add?
Yes, it's the same. I said it earlier. This is such a family club, so well run, so organized. I stayed because they made me feel welcome. They made me feel like it's a club that I could progress in so many other areas, including, I have to mention it as well. They've helped me through my coaching, and getting through the FA levels. So they will help you in other ways outside of football as well. If you ask and you need it, it's supportive, very supportive.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, my kind of first experience, I kind of came to watch the 18 play. Is it Southwest Rangers or also was it Battersea? I can't remember, but it was at Collier's Wood, and I've like come out and there's Ian, and Ian's just come at me like 100 miles an hour, and like he's just chatting and he's talking and he's got so much energy. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, like what have I kind of literally walked like into and like seeing him and then seeing like the players. I kind of always say that Wimbledon Town is probably run like a semi-pro club. Like, you know, if we're kind of talking about training facilities, we like train at Tooting and Mitcham.
Yeah.
You know, kits.
Some people don't train.
Some people don't train.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Tooting and Mitcham, like the kits are sorted out. Like the only thing that we have to worry about is just getting our boots and shin pads, and then we have oranges, we have refreshments at halftime. You know, and yeah, you know exactly what Jordan said. Outside of football, you can call them, and you know they are willing to spend hours and hours, you know, helping and you know, giving you advice. And again, that goes a long way. That really goes a long way.
Like Jordan said, you're not just a player in their team. You know, you're part of the family. You're a friend. You know, and it makes such a big difference. You know, because some people go to teams and they're just there just to play football. I'm just here to play, and that's it. But we can literally hang out. We can literally chill after a game and enjoy each other's company. You know, and like he said, we can outside of football, we can talk to them on a level. And it's just so well run. It's literally a family club.
Yeah, 100%. So let's go down to the next point, and I might change this a little bit. So, and this is an open forum. So, the toughest game you think we've played this season, and individually, the toughest game you've ever, like the toughest team that you've ever played against for Wimbledon Town, playing for Wimbledon Town.
Jordan, you want to go?
Toughest team I played against for Wimbledon Town was one that Fabrice, you actually captain.
Oh,
sorry,
Jesus
mate.
Christ. Come on, man.
Sporting Continental. It's gotta be.
Yeah.
That was tough. That was tough.
Oh, yeah, that was
Was it 9-1?
Don't remind me, man.
And we started that game really well. We actually started that game really well. Went 1-0 up.
I thought we were walking the park, man. I thought it was a walk in the park, and they gave us it was a 9, man.
That led to a rant and a half from Fabrice.
Jesus. You know, I've never been captain since. So, boy, you know, I know my levels, you know. I know my levels, man. I know my levels.
He was questioning life after.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
I wasn't actually at that game. I was away, I think, on work. And yeah, but I saw obviously. But for me, the hardest team I've ever played against for town is Southwest Rangers, because we played them in a cup final, and I'm not ashamed to say that we didn't get near them. We got popped off the park. We lost 3-0 convincingly. Although we had like an open goal we should have scored, that would have probably changed the game, because that would have put us 1-0 up. But other than that, they were quality. They were quality.
And like the toughest game this season?
So for me, I've been dealing with a lot of injuries, which is annoying because at the beginning of last season, I had an injury that kept me out for most of the season. In the pre-season of last season, I tore my ligaments in my ankle, and that kept me out for like 6 months. And then obviously it took even longer to get back into the rhythm. And even now, I still feel it. Injuries are things that you just have to manage. And there's times that I sort of it comes back. So I've been struggling this season a bit with injuries. But I'd say a tough game. That's the thing. We've been in every game, so none of them stand out in terms of we got killed or we got popped off the park. None of them stand out like that. But I would say Vale County was a relatively difficult game. I'd say they were very organised, quite good. I'd say they were a good team, very organised. And again, they only beat us 1-0. And we rattled the crossbar right at the end. We had quite a few chances. So it could have been a different scoreline, but I'd say they were definitely very organised and a good team. So I'd probably say they were the toughest team who played this season.
And Jordan?
Yeah, I'd say the same. Vale County. I was trying to think who we played the first game, and then you mentioned it as Vale County. They were very organised. They went after every ball. They won the second, third, fourth, fifth. It was tough. So I'd say they were the toughest team we played against. And I feel like that day we didn't really bring ourselves into it enough. We couldn't string more than 4 passes together, so it was very difficult. But after that, that's when we started to gain the momentum during the season. I feel like the first game, confidence after back end of last season.
Yeah. And that's when Todd Brees made that famous video about the pitch lines, I think.
Yeah. Literally, yeah. I mean,
that was shocking, though.
Yeah, I mean, that was shocking. That was the first game, and that was at Clapham Common, and it was. I mean, it was shocking. Again, like the amount of money that clubs put in and like players put in. Like the only thing that we ask for from these councils is just get the pitches ready, please. Like and then we can like do everything else. It was awful, and yeah, that was the game that I was been a bit of I'd say a bit of an ass on the kind of sideline. That I think when I'm literally at football, I think I'm a bit different, and I was literally giving their left back. I was talking so much to him. I was I was not a nice guy that game, and when they scored, they were giving it to me so much, and you know what? I just had to applaud. I'm like, you know what? Fair play. But I mean, again, like sometimes you've got to try and get that advantage, and seeing how Port Vale play, yeah, I would probably say they were probably
Vale County.
Sorry,
Port Vale.
Port Vale. Sorry, I mean, hey, like, sorry,
but if you're playing them, I'd expect to get paid.
Sorry, yeah. Vale County. I think for me, the toughest game I've played, and I'm going to put the Sporting Continental one aside because that was a bit of a freak result. I would probably say West Norwood. I think our last game against West Norwood, that was probably a really tough game, and again, like very
that one.
Yeah, that was probably very, very hard to take, and that's when Kwan lost it, but like he lost it in a very mature way, if I can say that, kind of. But I mean, again, like they were very, very tough to break down. They were really struggling, but again, just 2 months of brilliance literally won them the game.
We were all over them that game, and I was so angry because I felt like I felt like I ran a marathon in that game. I mean, I was everywhere, left wing, right wing. I was dropping in defense. I was running in late into the box, making third man runs. I was running past my own player to tackle an opposition, and that's why I lost that. And again, I just felt like we should have definitely got something out of that game.
Yeah. Facts, 100%. So let's talk about stand-up performances. And again, I'll probably open up in terms of stand-up performances this season and stand-up performances ever in a Wimbledon shirt. And I'll start with Jordan.
Well, we had 2 really good performances this season. South London Football Network 6-1 Kimber Road. and then the 6-0 Putney Pacers. But I feel like the Pacers one was better because the football we played them off the park. We were just fantastic all over, comfortable at the back. Midfield controlled the game throughout, and Dennis had a standout performance that game. Standout. He was working his ass off. He was up and down the pitch, connected the lines a lot. So I feel like we were all on it that game. Even had one mentioned it earlier that Sam played out on the wing. He was fantastic. So I just feel like that was the best game this season. I know we had the 6-1 at Kimber Road as well, but I feel like that one was the best one.
Cool. And one?
Yeah, I have to echo that. To be fair, I think definitely the best performance this season. So comfortable on the ball, just playing our football, and like you said, we literally did everything we worked on in training that week. Our passing patterns, breaking the way we broke the lines. We literally did everything that we worked on in training, and we put it into practice, or we put it into the game, and we got results. And again, because it was top of the league team, it felt even better because it just showed us that we're up there with those boys. We can go toe to toe with those boys, and really and truly outclass them. But I think everyone was just on it that day. But I do think though, and what's annoying, not annoying, but isn't the best, is that I think that we play like that because in the back of our heads we were like, all right, they're top of the league, we've got nothing to lose, and then we just relaxed. And once we relaxed, we just played our game. I feel like sometimes we definitely let it get to our heads and it affects our performances. We put too much on the games, and we sort of end up stressing ourselves. We end up panicking. And that game, we literally went in there so loose because we're like, they're top of the league. They think they're going to come and batter us. So, let's just give them a hard game. And we didn't give them a hard game. We played them off the park. So, again, mentality is so important in sports. And kind of disappointing that we only play well when we have that kind of mentality. But it's obviously a work in progress. And it's all about confidence. Once we get our confidence, when we are confident, I reckon we can play with almost anyone. And even in pre-season, when we played against, a team that's meant to be like this superstar, all-star team, and I think we gave them a run for their money, to be fair. And for most of that game, I think we were the better team for most of that game. Obviously, they had a few moments of brilliance, but other than that, I think as a team, we were excellent. So, and again, because we were the underdog, we had that mentality where like, oh, we've got nothing to lose. They're meant to be like some superstar team, and we literally played with no baggage, and then got the best out of us. So obviously that's something we need to work on, where we just need to be confident regardless of who we're playing against, and obviously try, and that's my job, to sort of have the atmosphere where everyone's loose and relaxed, and obviously that allows us to play better from what I've seen.
So do you think, and again, be like honest, do you think we play within ourselves? And most of the time that you've been manager, and most of the times that Jordan you've been playing as well, is that something that you guys notice?
Yeah, I'd say so. And it's hard to put your finger in it. It's so hard to put your finger in it because sometimes I just don't understand. And again, sort of going back to what you said, what I'm like, if I can do it, why can't you do it? Like something that I know we can do in training. I see players beat players for fun. I see players, never lose the ball, but then in the game we make mistakes and then our heads drop a bit. And I think we just put too much pressure on ourselves, and then obviously that just makes for us to play within ourselves, and obviously that just affects the way we play. So I definitely agree with that statement.
Okay. And Jordan, like, do you like see it, when you're playing, like, again, just kind of seeing certain situations, just think, well, hang on, like, we don't really do that training. Why are we doing it now? Is that something that you see?
Yeah, fully agree with one. I just feel like sometimes we put the pressure on ourselves too much. I know the confidence is there, but it's when we're out there mentally, I can see some people have gone, or they're thinking about a mistake they've already made, and that's constantly on the mind. So it's trying to snap out of that as quick as possible and just try and play the way.
Yeah, cool. And actually, I don't think you guys answered it. Like the standout performance ever in a Wimbledon Town shirt. What's yours one?
What, from a player or from the team?
Let's say as a player in a Wimbledon Town shirt, like the best performance.
You know, I'd have to say myself against West Norwood in, I think it was a cup game where I scored 2, and I think that obviously those 2 goals were the deciding factor of the match, and obviously we have our little rivalry, so I was well happy with that. So I'd say that, but I mean it's hard to say because we've got so many players that put in amazing performances and so many unsung heroes. I mean, I think someone like Blaine is an unsung hero. Like, he does all the dirty work. So when I play with him, he does the dirty work, which allows me to do my thing. But he won't get plaudits for it. But yeah, I can't really think of one standout in terms of, there's so many, but one that I'd say is the absolute standout. It's tough, to be fair. I can't really I can't really think of one, if I'm honest. I apologize.
Okay. No, it's cool. It's cool. And Jordan?
Yeah, I couldn't really think of a standout performance, but one that I appreciated the most was the first time I played centre back for Town. Because when I first joined the B team, I wasn't actually a centre back. I was a midfielder, or DM. And then I got moved into centre back when we had quite a few injuries, people away. And the first game I played was against Sporting Crabs down in Peckham. And I appreciate that performance because I got the help from my teammates around me. Elijah, especially that day, he was excellent next to me. And it made me feel a lot more comfortable in the position and understand the role. And since then, I've just progressed it. But I appreciate that performance the most because my teammates helped me so much that day.
Cool.
What an answer! What an answer!
Yeah, I know.
You never think that Jordan's never played centre back before. I can't believe that.
I mean, I don't want to big up. Well, Jordan, I don't want to big you up, but listen, I mean, again, Jordan is like easily one of like the best centre backs in the club. Never mind, just in the B team, and again, we have Elijah. We have myself if I'm, if my head's there. So yeah, again, like we have a really good defensive unit, and like we all talk, we all know what we have to do. So yeah, Elijah is a monster, absolute monster. So let's go into the comments. I think Mark has said that was putting his first defeat in 2 seasons, I believe, and in the league. Wow. So wow. I mean, again, at the time, Putney were top, right?
Putney Pacers, yeah. They were top.
Yeah. Putney Pacers. So
unbeaten. I think they were unbeaten as well.
Yeah. So, again, exactly what I said right at the beginning. Man for man, I really believe that we are the best team in this division, like, hands down. It's just, again, just kind of putting a run together, getting a consistent squad or consistent 11 every single week. Honestly, I can't see nothing apart from success, and this literally nicely leads me into one of the last points. Hopes for the season. Let's start with the captain. Take it away, man. Take it away.
First of all, look after yourself before we think about football again. Everyone look after themselves and your mental health. But hopefully we get back into the season. I think we can really get back that confidence quickly, build momentum, get points, and move up the table. I actually thought before the season started, we could be first or second easily and a cup final. And that's what I'm still expecting.
Yeah. Good answer. Juan?
So my hopes are definitely to climb up that table and quickly as well. I think we definitely I know everyone will be hungry when we come back, and and so will everyone else. But I know we've definitely got the quality to do it. Again, like I said, we haven't played 4 of the 5 bottom half teams in the league, and obviously not to be disrespectful, but I reckon those are games we could definitely get results in. And obviously we didn't play them at all, which means that we could potentially have 2 games, and that's even more points potentially. But obviously we can't go in there arrogant. We know we have to work hard, but I think everyone will be ready to work hard. And I definitely think that we can climb up the table because I know we're all hungry to prove ourselves, especially after being relegated last season. That hurt us deeply. So we're definitely hungry to prove a point and to get back up.
Yeah, no. You know what? I have to echo both of your comments. I've got really nothing else to say. Guys, thank you so much for like coming on. It really does like mean a lot, and yeah, I can't wait to actually put on my boots. I really, really, really can't wait. So, thank you to Jordan, captain of Wimbledon Town B, and Juan, manager of Wimbledon Town B. Mark has come in and said, "You're welcome." No, thank you, Mark. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for
listening.
For listening. No more private DMs, Mark, please. No more private DMs. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And again, please go and check out Wimbledon Town. Doing amazing things. Actually, you know what? Before I kind of end this, apologies. So again, this is like a question to both of you. And, again, I just want to put this out there to anyone that's watching and kind of anyone that's going to watch this on a replay within the 7th Sunday. Any teams from Premier all the way down to Division 9 or 10. Juan and Jordan, can you please kind of say honestly and truthfully, do we get any special treatment? Do we get any special treatment from the league?
No.
Nope.
Nothing at all, right? Nothing
at all.
Not at all.
So, and again, I just want to make that absolutely clear.
We get the same fines everyone else does. We get the same yellows, the same reds. I sometimes I feel like we're treated the opposite, because we've had some shocking refereeing recently. I'm not to, I don't really want to talk about that, but we definitely don't get special treatment. I think people mistake a club that's so well run, and just assume you get special treatment. No, that's not the case. When you're so well run, the ins and outs of everything, which allows you to navigate quicker and more efficiently. So when you deal with things quickly and efficiently, then obviously it's going to look like, we get preferential treatment, or we don't get certain things that we should get, or as in in trouble how we should. No, we just deal with things quickly. We don't drag things out. If people get yellows and stuff, we deal with it. We pay our fines, and that's it.
And then we move on. That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. And Mark has come in and said all 99 clubs get the same treatment, 100%. Exactly. And he's also commented about refereeing. You haven't had the best ref yet.
It's true. No, I haven't had him yet.
True. I haven't.
No, but does Mark do a lot of running though? Does he just sit in the sit, not even stand? Does he just sit in the center circle? I don't know. But hey, you know what, Mark?
He's got a sharp eye though.
Yeah, he does. Yes, he does. He does. Oh gosh. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna get some private DMs now. He's literally gonna be pushing me. But again, guys, honestly, thank you so much for coming on. And yeah, I can't wait until the season starts. So, guys, please go and check out Wimbledon Town. Also, please go and subscribe to the Amateur Football channel. My name has been Tabrice. We have Jordan at the top, captain of Wimbledon Town Bees. We have Juan, the gaffer of Wimbledon Town Bees. My name's been Tabrice. I salute everyone. Have a wonderful Sunday, and we'll see you guys soon.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.